You know, you have your death, grindcore, thrash, you know, industrial grindcore, the Godflesh, and you know what have you. You know what it basically boils down to is just that which shreds, you know. So it's like, well, on if it jams, you know, whether it be, you know, anything from that, from Morbid Angel to Deicide to Vengeance to Godflesh to what have you. You know, it's just, you know, really people, what are you going to get down to, whether or not they, you know, end up using the SPX or whether they don't, if it's, you know, the gnarly vocals, what have you, you know, if it's boiling down to the full-on ripping, shredding drums. I mean, you got thrash, grindcore, just the full-on ripping jams, you know, if it jams, it jams. You know, a lot of people who do check out the video and the music and stuff, and they say, there's no way that these dudes can be Christians, man, it just doesn't fit. And it boils back down again to their preconceptions of what Christianity is, you know, their warped and twisted versions of what they think it is, when actually the reality of what Christianity is quite different than the average conception of what they think it is, you know. So we get a lot of that. A lot of people say, no, these dudes can't be into that, you know, and so it's really kind of funny, but we dig it because it's thought-provoking. It gets them thinking about things, which is really what we want them to do. The reason the Vegeance exists is for that sake, for introducing people to knowledge that they may not have right now, that they may not have, and at least a perspective that they'll be able to take and question. And that's what we encourage them to do, to check it out and say, hey, you know, I'd like to know whether or not you're lying to me or whether or not you're telling me the truth. Because, like I say, when you do that, then you'll come to faith on fact. You know, definitely who are in the scene are very much so into the lyrics of the bands. And with us, that's exactly the same case. You know, when people come down, they know what we're about. And if they don't know what we're about, we spend time before, during, and after shows with them, hanging out with them and talking to them. And that's one of the things. After a show, you know, we don't just get off the stage and then go do whatever. We hang out with the people who have come there because we really are there for that purpose, just to be able to let them know what we're about. You know, that's the whole reason that the band exists. You know, I think many people have a misconception of it, of saying, well, you know, am I going to get judged because I drank some beer or something? No, it's not that at all. What it boils down to is you didn't come to faith in Christ when you knew the simple facts that he was willing to forgive you because he loved you and came to the cross of Calvary to die for you. It's not a matter of fact of him slamming you because you did this or you did that, but for what you didn't do.